Before we get into any action here about AEW Collision, right? Two things. One, I'm extremely hungover. So if this video's below par, then there you go. Reason number two, look at the state of this. I mean, Edge is sitting here giving promos, and it wasn't just during the Edge segment, by the way. It's not like half the arena went for a toilet break. This is pathetic for Collision. If you can't sell out or get anywhere near, right, you can't even fucking sell out one side of the arena, man. It's pathetic. Even black out other sides. Just go to small arenas, man. TNA knows its limit, and here, there's nothing to be ashamed of. WWE can't sell out arenas either sometimes. Now, obviously, when you've got The Rock, like, you're going to sell out anything, but I mean, we've seen NXT shows where, like, it's the exact same as this. They need to know their limits, and it's a shame seeing people like Edge cut promos, introducing, like, these weapons, and, you know, he's sitting cutting this, like, impassionate promo, when the reality is, he's fucking talking to nobody. I mean, and the excuse for AEW fans is, yeah, but look at your channel, Fog Wrestling. No one watches your videos. Here, we're not a million. I mean, pretty much. No, we're not a $billion company. Obviously, AEW is in the red, but at the end of the day, they're funded by billions. They're funded by Tony Khan's millions. I mean, see if we had billions of dollars, we'd be smoking AEW out the water. All right, it's quite that simple. See, we had the money to push advertising and everything. And here, there's YouTube channels on here that do wrestling that, you know, get loads of views and are comparable to AEW, like, in terms of views. But at the end of the day is, I mean, this is pathetic. This is $1 million company that's funded by billions. And this is the best they can do in terms of ticket sales. I mean, we've more subscribers on our channel than they do people in this arena tonight or yesterday. But I mean, does that make us great? Does that make them pish? Aye, it does. There you go. Read it and weep, folks. I'm not pretending that we've got the greatest numbers known to man, but at the end of the day, we're a couple of guys here on YouTube talking about wrestling, not funded by millions. Well, this is a company that is, and, you know, it leaves a lot to be desired, folks. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, enough of me talking shite. Let's get in to the show, which was also very shite. But anyway, into the show, and if you want to know reasons why no one tuned in or no one even turned up to this show, Daniel Bryan taking on this unheard of Japanese guy, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in the comment, oh, how do you not know Katsuyori Shibata? Well, I don't know him, and none of the American audience know him. Oh, but I know him, says the nerd that lives in his mother's basement. Well done to you. But I mean, this match was so cringy, man. They sit down in the middle of the ring at one point and start, like, hitting each other, like, for real. It's like, Daniel Bryan's get, you know, neck injuries, concussions, all that in the past. I mean, really, is this really a smart idea? It's not. Daniel Bryan wins, but that spot where they're both slapping each other, man, was absolute pish. Absolute pish. It just sums up how shite wrestling is, but yeah, they both shake hands after. Oh, brilliant. We then have house rules for the AEW TBS Championship. We've got Julia Hart taking on Trish Adora. I mean, again, what you get with AEW is you do get, like, consistent cards. Like, the show is shit. But, like, here's, like, a title match, and the one before had a match with Daniel Bryan. Now, I think Daniel Bryan's a jobber, but in the grand scheme of things, in 2024, he's a decent level guy to have in your company. So, but yeah, Julia Hart wins. Lexi Nair is in the back with Sack Knight and Harley Cameron. Maple syrup, ice. It's Canada. Got anything to offer other than that, buddy? We then have Daniel Garcia taking on Lee Moriarty. Shite. Daniel Garcia wins in about 2 minutes. We then have Pac taking on Aaron Solo. Aaron Solo. It lasts about 4 seconds. No wonder. I mean, Aaron Solo. I mean, where's that going? It's going nowhere. Pac then grabs the mic and he tells the bastard is back. Giovanni, the bastard. I'm a Jody. Danielson's then yoga in the back. Cringe. We then have Lance Archer, taking on Claudio Castagnoli. It's just, again, I mean, you look at Cesaro, you look at him, the guy's a jobber. Can't spin it any other way. Lance Archer, Lance Archer is not doing anything for me. Claudio Castagnoli, it really peaked for him when he teamed up with Sheamus in the bar. It may have been an awful 7 series match like that we got back in like 2016, 17. That's mad to think. No, that's like 8 years ago. 7, 8 years ago. Incredible that. Incredible. But the meat massacre that everyone expected this match was. But yeah. Damn. The Righteous start battering Claudio mid-swing. So, is what it is. And we move on, don't we? Because, of course, we've got Angelo Parker, sorry, he's here with his gal pal, Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho really a gal pal? I don't know what he is. Knight, though, doesn't want to wrestle tonight. So it's Parker's hometown, his family's there, he wants him. And then it's like, alright, brilliant. See the 4 people that bothered to turn up, what's our next match? Kyle O'Reilly against Bryan Keith. No wonder this company delivers low ratings and no ticket sales. Who? Right, say, I don't even know what this show is tonight, right? But it doesn't really matter where it is. But say you're in the local area, right? And you've been a fan of wrestling, you're like a casual fan. Why would you go to this show when Kyle O'Reilly taking on Bryan Keith as one of the matches? You couldn't pay me to go to like an AEW show. And the same probably goes for WWE. I mean, I think, obviously, being a wrestling fan for a young age, WWE is always going to hold a bigger place to your heart than AEW, because WWE was once the fucking, I mean, some of the greatest stuff you'll see on TV, it was. But like, with AEW, you've got no loyalties to it. And I actually I would have to get paid a serious amount of money to go to AEW. Like, they would have to pay me. With WWE, it's like, one day, if you wanted to go to WrestleMania, and I think you could, even though it's shite, but, yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? It would be great. I mean, I think spending, here in Britain, I mean, to spend, you'd be looking at a couple of grand, probably, to get to WrestleMania. Anyway, Kyle O'Reilly wins. Absolute shite. Lexi Ayers then with Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. They talk shite. We've teamed before. Never. We've fought before. But I trust her. Well, that's very good. Thunder then says she never lost the belt either. Okay. We then have a tag team championship tournament wildcard with the House of Black versus the Infantry. I just do not get this. So, yeah. The Infantry win. The House of Black. New tag champs. What is going on here? Don't know. Don't care. To be honest, I think the House of Black are shite, but losing to these guys, who are like some of the worst people you'll see in AEW. I mean, but AEW, there's like no in between AEW. They don't have like a mid card, right? And that's not to say that they've got about 25 bona fide main offenders and stars, because they don't, but it's like there's no middle ground. In any successful era in wrestling, throughout the card, it was brilliant. It's either like ex-WWE guys or just the bottom of the barrel shite. That's what it is. Malachi Black storms down to the ring after the match. Just absolute mess here, right? Because up next, what have we got? We've got Edge. I mean, it was a decent promo for Edge. I think his AEW run, though, has been absolutely awful. A whipsuit, a spike, 2x4 covered in nails. I mean, this is Janice 2.0, isn't it? I guess it's Janice 2.0 for TNA. Alright, fam. Mrs. Foley's baby boy. It ends this Wednesday, though. Now, what I would say, he talked about Mick Foley. He talked about Abiz, the reference. But what's going to happen is Edge and Christian, the feud's going to be done. It just seems a bit like, why are Edge and Christian, right, easily having the best feud in AEW, and it's on free TV? Like, there's no like pay-per-view payoff. I just don't really get it. I mean, Wrestle Headlines gave this show an 8.25 out of 10. But the first line is, well, the crowd hasn't been as vocal as we've been accustomed to the last few weeks, but they got some damn good wrestling tonight. You know why the crowd wasn't as vocal tonight, Wrestling Headlines? Because there's fucking no one there. right? There was no one in the crowd to be focal. So on that note, that's where we're going to leave it. I'll give Collision a 1 out of 10. I didn't mind the Edge. It's sad. It is. I mean, I know the guy's getting paid a lot of money, right? Fair play to him, but it's fuck it. It's a tragic turn of events to see what's happening to Edge in that company. But until next time, peace.